Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now we're going to get our popcorn and then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car and I'll be in there in a minute. I see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
see this?
go.
You cannot go
Baby,
here.
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled to
who are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Come on in, you guys. Make sure you hit that button that you like the video as we starting to get into this content today. We're not going to be here long. It is Friday, and I just got paid. It's Friday. I gotta go take care of some business in a minute, but I wanted to come on here because I told you guys that Jarvis Butt has had court today. And I think they sealed the court where, they did it on Zoom. Okay, because it was in the system. I even went back. It's very vague, like you can barely hear for the pretrial. And but I went back to listen to it just to make sure that you guys know what's happening. So let me give a shout out. Freddie Johnson's in the building. She came in here. She was like, hey, what's going on, everybody? Make sure you speak and greet each other. C6 Banks is in the building. Thank you. Spicy is in the house. Tina Powers is in the building. How you doing? I like to see you guys come on in here. And we don't need that seal. What in the world are they doing? I'm pretty sure it's going to be uploaded sometime. It's not. I looked for it. I didn't see it, but I didn't have a lot of time to look like I normally do. I usually get in there and I dig, jumping through windows and all that other stuff, knocking on doors and all that other stuff, trying to figure out what are you guys doing? But I did go back and I was like, did they not have a court today? So I did go back and I listened to it for myself. You can barely hear it, but I'm going to play it for you. It's only but a 2-minute clip. Hopefully you can hear it. She said, I did hit that button. Thank you. Thank you, Spicy. And you guys, I'm going to just let you know we're not going to be here for a long time. But I'm not predicting by how everything is playing out in the court. The judge asked them, when did they want the next court date? And they first came out and said the 23rd. And then they were like, oh, we're going to be busy. We're going to be in court that day. So the judge said, well, we can shoot for January the 30th. And then, did you find it? Did you lock it back?
I didn't find it.
Didn't find what?
Key. What are these two?
That's to the moped or whatever. It's right. It's on there.
I went through all these keys.
No, it's on there. It's on there. Trust me, it's on there. So anyway, oh Lord, people love to get busy when you're doing something, don't they? I be like, I'm just trying to just have my peace. Hey, Shalana, how you doing? And Mama Magazine is in the building. How you guys doing? Make sure you greet each other as you come in the building. So anyway, let me get back to what I was doing before I was rudely interrupted. Anyway, you guys. So the final pretrial date was set for today. The final pretrial, that's what it was. The final pretrial date was set for today at 10:30 this morning. And they did it by Zoom. That's what they asked to do because they were like, well, they only had to go over certain things. And the things that they wanted to go, I guess there was something that was offered on the table to Jarvis, and they hadn't offered everything that they could, or maybe he was trying to think about what he gonna do. Is he gonna go ahead, plead guilty to certain charges, and not even have a trial and just say, I'm done. I'm just like a turkey on Thanksgiving. Just go ahead and do whatever you need to do. Stuff me up and just put me away because I'm done. I'm done. But we don't know if he took the agreement or not because they sealed it. They had the Zoom meeting. Hopefully they let the news have a piece of it so we could see what the attorney said. Jarvis was there, but everybody was on Zoom. They wasn't in the courtroom sitting there in front of the judge. This is actually what they said. Well, I'm going to be in court. And the prosecutor said, I'm going to be in court that day. But I can actually, we can still have it that day. And I can do it on my break. Do you know what's so sad about the whole situation? I mean, it's sad, but it's true. It's like, I'm so busy, but I can put this in my break. How would you like for someone to dictate how your life going to be for the rest of your life on their break? On their break now. Like I would have been like, oh my God, no, y'all need to be in there talking, fighting for me. Don't set a time limit. Like your break is only but what? 15 to 30 minutes to an hour. That's it. It's no more than an hour. So y'all gonna get in there. And then she's like, and we can just do a Zoom. And everybody agreed to, and then the other attorney was like, I'll agree to that if we're gonna do the Zoom. And I'm like, and that's how they do stuff now. That's how they do stuff. And we're just going to have to realize that we're in this dualistic world now, that everything is happening, is revolving. Whether you here or you in it or not, it's still going to produce something in the next minute. It's a given. It's like gravity. If you jump, you're going to come down. You jump up, you're going to come down. It's just, that's the law of gravity. The law in this world is, guess what? You got to do something. In everything, you got to do something. So things are happening. If you don't do something and you're stagnant, other people's going to be doing stuff, and you're going to be sitting there going, well, why I didn't get a car? Why I didn't get a house? Why I didn't get a job? Why I didn't get a husband? Why I didn't go take a bath? Because you've got to do something. If you want to be clean, you go in the bathroom and you take you a shower and you come out and you go, okay, I did something. Or if I want to clean up, I want a clean house, I'm gonna have to clean. Like right now, I've got things going on. I got to get up, go to the library because I've got to get some information. You're always learning. The library is always a good place to go to. But if I want that education and I don't know where else to get it, you can always go to the library and find it either in the book, get online there. Well, I can get online here, but I don't. My printer's not working, and I got to print some stuff off. So what I got to do? I can't just wait and think it's just going to happen, right? It's not going to happen until I get up. And guess what? We got a snowstorm coming to my town tonight. Like we're already getting flurries in the air. But guess what I'm going to do? As soon as I get off of this live, I'm going to get my butt up. I already started my car up one time, so it ain't going to be that cold. And then I'm going to drive down there to the library, and I'm going to take care of some business. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take care of some business, print out everything I need to print out so, I can be ready for what I need to do. Like I said, I'm handling business. And so you got to react to what life is giving you. So anyway, with Jarvis, they sit there and they sit in court. Well, did you get it?
Yeah, but this is what it is.
I knew it wasn't. Couldn't tell you. Can't tell you nothing. So anyway,
Probably threw it away.
so life is gonna happen whether you're involved in it or not. It's probably best that you just do what you gotta do and get something done. And do something. Okay? So they're sitting there. Jarvis did not lift up his head. He sit there and they just said, hey, we can do this on the 23rd of January. Today is, guess what? January the 23rd. And so it happened. Let's listen to it for a little bit. And I hope you guys can hear it. I can't get it no louder than what it is. I'm just letting you know right now. But you got to put your ear up.
Yes, sir. Okay, very good. So I think it would probably make sense to schedule one final pre-trial date before our trial, in the event of potential resolution of these cases. Thinking,
For potential resolution.
4 weeks before the trial date. Is that fair?
4 weeks before the trial date.
Okay. All right. So if you all have your calendars handy, why don't we get our next date? The final pre-trial date.
Can you guys hear it?
Mr. Makepeace or Mr. Plea, are you putting an expiration date on the offer that was extended?
Judge, given that we are still in discussions, not at this time, and in anticipation of adding that last case that was just gotten over to that offer, so no.
So they offered him something, but they need to add that last case to it. Pre-trial January 23rd.
On behalf of defense, Mr. Riggins and I will both be in separate trials, but if we did it around noon, we could do it during a break. Sure.
You hear her just say we could do a Zoom?
There's a chance.
His attorney asked for it to do a Zoom.
But I did break.
We could conceivably push it a week, go to that Friday, January 30th date is a date that is pretty wide open currently on the docket.
I think keeping it on the January 23rd and just making it work with our schedules. I'll also be in trial, but on lunch break, just because I don't want to go too close to the trial, given the if it possibly a resolution on that date, we would have to start. We would want to know sooner rather than later.
Understood. How many potential witnesses are you anticipating the trial? What's your best estimate?
Judge, I believe we did file a witness list previously. I think there was upwards of 80.
80. Okay. That's at this point.
Okay. So, yeah. So today is January the 23rd. So they had it this morning. And I'm gonna tell you guys, like you can watch something, one time and be like blah 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 blah, and then they have your take on it. It's always best to watch because you're gonna miss something. It's almost like the Bible. You're going to miss something, and what I just missed that I didn't hear. Well, I heard it, but it didn't sink into my head that his attorney, a Jarvis attorney, is the one to ask to do it by Zoom on her break. Jarvis attorney asked that. And then the state attorney, the prosecution attorney, was like, "Okay, we can do it because let's not do it on the 30th because we can come to a resolution." So they're looking for him, and then we can add that last charge. And so I believe Jarvis already has agreed to Naziah's case. Okay? Family. Are okay, you guys got to talk to me. Come on now. Come on. You guys got to talk to me. Talk to me. We don't have that lot of time. I believe Jarvis already agreed to the Naziah Harris case. I don't think it's going to be a trial, you guys. I know that's not what you want to hear, but when he said, thank you, when he said, we just got to add in that last case. Remember, there was a case that came up, and maybe they can put all of it together and say, okay, well, instead of trialing this trial, because after he trials this trial, he's going to have another trial, and he's going to probably have another trial. So instead of him, he's saying, look, you guys are let's not do this separate. Let's combine all of them together and offer him something for all of them together. All of them together, and we don't have to have a trial. He can plead guilty. He can serve 20 years, and I'm thinking it's going to be like 25 years. He's going to agree to do 25 years. Well, he can agree, and they can take it to the judge, but it's the judge decision. No, you ain't missed it. It's the judge decision to say, okay, they can recommend it. That's what I wanted to say. They can recommend him saying, we offered him this, and we think that the state will be happy for him to take 25 years to life, and he do 25, and then he will be eligible for parole, given that the time that he has already served, which is what, 2 years. Well, he went to jail on the 2025. She came up. He went to jail 2025. No, hold on. Yeah, he went to jail in 2025. She came missing in 2024. Yeah. Yeah, and then court is set up 3 to 4 weeks. So if he don't agree to the terms, we will see him in court in February. I'm telling you guys, I do a lot of things. You guys don't know, I do a lot of things, and I try not to think with my heart, because even though that, and I know what you guys are going to say, you guys are going to sit there and say, are you feeling sorry for Jarvis? No, I don't feel sorry for Jarvis. I just know that people doing stuff crazy. They're doing stuff crazy. And would you rather it be a long process of a person just because we always want to see somebody punished and hurt and all this other stuff. But I mean, the man is sick. He's sick. And I'm gonna tell you something. And I advocate for the children, but when people are sick, if the people that was around her and the people that allowed things to happen and did not try to prevent things, and like the auntie and the grandma and the teacher and the school and how they need to be somewhat accountable too, I believe. I mean, even if okay, just because you got a job and you retire tomorrow doesn't mean you should have handed it to the next person and brought them up to speed to date of where you at on the case and da 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 da. Everybody dropped the ball on this child, and the weird thing about it is, like, it's almost like nobody gave a dang and nobody's accountable. Oh, you want to count the monster by itself. That's all I'm saying. But, everybody seen this kid. Everybody knew, he was a predator. Everybody letting him take her to lunch, go buy some snacks, some fruity tooties, some Laffy Taffy. You know what I mean? Like, no, okay, let's charge the grandmother, because yeah, you can say you went looking, but why did you not even foul nothing until the next day? And then when you did go the next day, you didn't go when you dropped the kids off. You waited till late in the afternoon. You didn't already drop the kids off from school. You didn't go looking for her. What y'all do? Your daughter went to the courthouse and filed child support charges for child support. I'm just saying. If that ain't nonchalant, I don't know what it is. Because that tells me that nobody looked at Nazaya's life as being valuable. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. I'm just telling you. So do not even come from me. Do not even look at me in that way. I'm just telling it like a TI is. I see nobody. And yeah, the feeling of being angry about it, if you really look at the situation, I'm still angry about it. I'm still angry. But I'm not just angry with Jarvis. I'm angry with everybody. I'm angry with the grandmother. I'm angry with Shannon because, you allowed this critter to invade in your family. And then, I mean, it almost like you set the whole situation up. I don't know. I can't say you did, but it just seems like you giving her your phone, you putting her around this man. I mean, everything is just reckless. These women were just so reckless. And it's like, I didn't know. We want to be girly girls. We want to, girl, I got your back because we know these men ain't no good and all this other stuff. No, but if I put my child in the lion's den, you know what? I should be punished because I know that the lion is going to harm my child. So when you put a child in harm's way, you should be you should be accountable for that. That's, I mean, and it don't have to be a whole bunch of time. Just give grandma what, 30 days to 90 days in jail or something, because you didn't protect this child. You didn't even try to protect the child. You sitting there smiling at him, talking about you part of the family, and did you bring some, as long, I'm telling you guys, I kid you not. And it ain't all women. It just not. I know for a fact it's not all women because it's not like me. But I'm telling you, sometimes these older women know what these men is about. Like I know. So, you be like, okay, well, let's not put the child around that person. Something may happen, and and then especially he had no business picking her up, taking her anywhere. At no time. You know what I'm saying? That's like my daughter, I mean my son's dad. Now, now, he picking up my son, but he's not even picking up my son. He's just picking up my daughter, which is not his child. Do that even make sense? I'm, oh, he's just picking up all the girls, taking them to the shop so they can go clean. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That don't even make sense. She says the sister or sister isn't playing with the full deck. No, none of them is. None of them is. But I'm telling you, some women be like, OSP, you going hard on the women, and and she's a black woman and da 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 da. Da. Let me tell you something. Okay, would you want her to babysit your child, or send your 7-year-old, 8-year-old grandchild over to her house and see what happens? No, you would not. You wouldn't be coming for me in the comments talking about you not right, and how dare you and all this other stuff. And like I said, everybody, and it doesn't matter what I think. I can tell you guys what I think about the whole situation, because one thing about this situation, and two things for sure, is what I think is not going to change what's going to happen for Jarvis and those people that's in Detroit. No, it's not. It will enhance everybody's uh, thought process when dealing with your kids and your grandkids. That, you know what? If you didn't get nothing out of this situation but a learning that these monsters are out there and they're doing this, and it can be anybody. It can be your baby's daddy. It can be your son. It can be your husband. It can be your child, your brother, your sister, your cousin. It could be the teacher. It can be anybody. It really can. So I'm just not coming down like, like wah wah wah. You know what I mean? Just a rah rah rah. I mean, it's happening. And the sad thing about the whole situation is when it happens, that's when everybody want to go, oh, wow. Oh, wow. What do you mean, oh, wow? Shoot, like, always keep your eyes open, and you may not be able to stop everything, or even if something even gets started, but you at least can like I said, like, always keep your mind open to knowing the signs, because sometimes we be, how many, even Shannon got on the stand and was like, if I would have seen them red flags, I would have known. I didn't see the red flags. And I mean, I don't know what she was looking at. It looked like, red room, red room. That's what it looked like. Like, what sign did you need? Are you colorblind? This man is picking up this child. I mean, they're talking and all this stuff. And then when they want to come get the tablet, that's when you want to go in there and see what it says. Now you want to investigate yourself, but you didn't even want to get up to go look for her that night. Matter of fact, when your phone rung and Jarvis called you, you didn't answer. Isn't that something? You didn't answer. And your niece ain't home, and you didn't answer. People be like, I didn't answer because we was looking for her and we was busy. I would have been answering that phone and asking to help. Hey, come help us look. Such and such, such and such. But you didn't answer. Isn't it weird? You so in love with this man and got 5 kids that you wouldn't answer the phone to tell him. Let me tell you something. And when I'm in a crisis, I'm going to tell you something right now. I was at work last night, and, I go out to my car or whatever, start my car, make sure my car is started. I got an automatic start. So I usually start it. In the last 2 hours, I didn't start it. But, I try to start it every 2 hours. And sometimes, I just want to rev up the motor a little bit, make sure the oil goes through or whatever. So last night I was like, you know what? I'm not going to take my last break. I'm just going to work through it because I want to get done. Da 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 da. So I did an automatic start real quick. Ooh, like 5 minutes. No, it wasn't even 5 minutes. It was like 5 seconds before I walked out the door. I was flashing my badge to walk out the door to start my car. My car didn't start. Jump in my car, clicked it, it didn't start. Clicked it, it didn't start. I sat there and I said, I be dang. Because it's so cold, I'm thinking to myself, my car's not gonna start. And now I got a dilemma. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do right now. It is 6 o'clock in the morning, ain't nobody up, and I'm way in a whole different town. My husband don't even know how to get to me if he need to. He don't. I'm just being honest with you. And my mind is clicking right now. Who can I call? Now I do got AAA, but I'm sitting there thinking, I be dang. I'm gonna be here for a while and my car will not start. You see what I'm saying? When the dilemma comes, I start thinking, okay, I can call my husband and try to navigate him to where I'm at, the direction which way to go, but I'm in a whole different town he knows nothing about. He don't even go to this town. So I can't really tell him how to get to me because he's never been there and he just don't know. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to tell you guys, while I'm sitting in the car and my car going click, 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 I'm sitting there going, dang, who can I call? The first person I thought of, my husband, but I know he can't get to me because he doesn't know the town. Now, if Shannon's so in love with Jarvis and Jarvis called her and your niece is missing, and it's in the middle of the night or whatever, it's 11 o'clock at night, why are you not answering that phone? Saying, hey, baby girl missing. Help us come look or whatever. You didn't answer the phone? Yes, Shannon playing slow. She didn't answer the phone because she already know where she was at. That's what I just believe that, y'all. I mean, I already believe that because what woman would not, and you in love with this man and you got his kids and he calling and we don't know where baby girl is at and you're not answering? You didn't even call him back. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even call him back. So that tells you something. I'm going to tell you guys something. I give people the benefit of the doubt, but stupid is stupid. You know when people are playing slow. Like, oh, I didn't understand. Oh, I didn't know what he was calling me for. Or why you didn't answer the phone. Oh, I really didn't pay attention. Oh, but aren't you guys waiting for her to call? Or maybe ask your friend. If my kid was missing or something, what's the first thing I'm going to do? Hey, mom, I can't find such and such. Hey, husband, I can't find such and such. I know I can't go looking all by myself. Or, hey, you're going to ask the man, hey, can you get in your car and just ride around and see if you see her or something? Hit me back. You're going to call everybody that you can. And when they call you, you're going to answer that phone because you're going to think, oh, they found her. Oh, they know where she's at or something. I'm just saying, you guys. So when you really look at the situation, Shannon. They think they got rid of some stuff, but guess what? Jarvis is gone for life. Shannon didn't care. She got up that morning and she went right to the courthouse and was like trying to get them court papers for child support. Don't make sense. She gonna show him something. She said that's a scary or lazy person or a don't care mom. Exactly. Shit, yeah. Shin is an aunt though, but Shin and Marquita and Grandma knew the assignment and they did it very well. And in my opinion, they knew that this girl was going to be missing. Stop playing games. I'm holding all of them accountable. Yes. All right, Tina Powers. You said it all. You said it all. Hold them all accountable. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So I'm gonna say this, you guys. I may be wrong, but I think he's gonna take the plea deal. Okay, I think he's gonna take the plea deal, and that's just what it is. He's gonna take the plea deal. Shannon better tell who those two babies belong to. Exactly. Well, she gonna say they all Jarvis. It doesn't matter. She not gonna get no money. She think that's something. Like she got all her kids by Jarvis. I got 5 kids by one baby daddy. Girl. Anyway, here's the thing. She loves Jarvis, and the other women they love Jarvis too. And they all still foolish. To be honest with you, they all still foolish. This man, you know, and especially that new girl named Nene. She's still talking to Jarvis, still waiting on him to call. He's still calling her, and she's like, "Yeah, no, And people was like, "Oh, something wrong with her. She's mentally, R." And I was like, "No, you guys, she got to be slow. Like, no, she just you got to, hmm, it is what it is. It doesn't matter how bad of a person or what a person has done. There's going to be people that's going to love that person that did people wrong. It's just like in the Jody, uh, what's the lady named Jody Rice or Jody, whatever her name was, Jody, that took out that man. She got like 17 people that that asked her to marry them. You know, Jody Arias. Thank you, Big Mama. I got it. Jody Rise. She had 17 men reach out to her, paying for. You know what? She had money. She got money. She dresses good in there. They come visit her and everything. And she done took out this whole man. And they just love her. Same thing with Jarvis. You guys, and Nene is not the only one that he contacts and talk to. When she sat there and said, "I'm gonna try to get him to talk to me and tell me," girl, he ain't even in love with you. He's still missing them babies. That's what he want. He only want an older woman so that he can look like like he you know, trying to look like normal. He don't want no grown woman. He don't want no grown woman. He wants what he wants. Hmm. Anyway, I believe that they've already offered him something. And the reason why they didn't close the deal is because his attorney is trying to get everything on the books. And so it could be a done deal. They say the guards are all on Jarvis. What do you mean the guards are all on Jarvis? To watch him? You know, I don't think, and Jarvis is a type of coward that, you know, he's so embarrassed about what he did. And I seen a tear in his eyes. I did. But he's not crying for what he's done. He's crying that everybody knows and he's not getting out. That's what he's crying about. He's crying about he's not getting out. They say the guards are all on Jarvis to get with him. To have a relationship with him? Well, I told you guys, he's not a bad looking character. and then he tried to talk like he's something. But when he goes on in, do his time, he'll be that little he'll be the female in jail. He'll and then he'll have his fun. Exactly. He's not going to have fun in jail. Somebody's going to do him like he did those young girls. She said, I hate to say it, but that's real. Exactly. Exactly. And sometimes that's what life gives you. So, you know, some people can act like they stupid. My device is dying. Forgive me if I cut out. Oh, okay, Freddie, I see you. But anyway, you guys, I believe when February gets here, we're gonna realize that there's not gonna be a trial. He's gonna take a plea deal, and that's gonna settle it. So we don't waited a whole year and some change, and he's gonna take a plea deal, and that settles it. And a lot of people's gonna be angry about it because they want justice. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've said this on other cases, you know, we're not gonna get the justice that we want. Even if he went to trial, he's gonna be found guilty. And I mean, but is it justice when you're doing time? You're getting 3 square meals. You're still here. Your kids will be able to see you and visit you, and you can smile at them and Zoom time and all. I mean, jail is totally different now. You know, so it is what it is. So, but he still be alive, but he'll be behind bars. He won't be able to hurt anybody else's child again. You feel me? And I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't wish nobody death. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's no such thing really justice. And they really can't let him out. So I'm telling you, he's never going to get out because he really can't. So if okay, he's 40 something. If they give him 25, he'll be 65, 70. He get out 70 years old and he'd be crippled or something. He's 70 years old, he'd be, like, I mean, 60 is hard. I mean, you can still get around 60, I'm around there. And it's just right next door. So yeah. So somebody told me last night when I was at work, young cat said, ain't no way you 60. I said, I'll be 60 this year. They was like, get out of here. And I was like, yeah. They was like, you look in your 40s. Man. And I started looking and I was like, yeah, I'm not bad looking for my age. But, I feel it. I'm starting to feel that, I mean, it's creeping on up there, and, I don't have arthritis. My legs don't lock and all that. But, like I don't move around like I used to. Like I used to get down and get through there. So could you just imagine something, when I thank God that, he's going to take the deal or get found guilty or whatever, and he'll be gone for 25 to 30 years. He still has to answer to God. I pray one day. You know what? Yeah. But here's the thing, you guys, we do serve a good God. And in like anything that anybody done, like we put like when somebody do something wrong, like if you steal a piece of candy or you shoot somebody, we'll be thinking shooting somebody is worse than stealing a piece of candy. Well, in all reality, the God that we serve, and I mean, we know what it is, but when you ask for forgiveness, it's forgiven. It's done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's done. It don't matter what you do, it's done. Yes, you got to repent, and that's repenting. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't be God. That's why God made himself like he is. Because if somebody did this to my child, I'd be like, I would probably, no, I would never believe in the death penalty. But, I would never want to see him again. Like, no, don't let them out ever. Let them stay in there and rot, Like, no, it would not be justice because they got 20 years and then they're out getting their social security or living on a disability or something, sitting at home watching TV and, got memories about what happened while they was in prison, done found them an older woman, they done married and they sit down. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why some people can make those decisions. I just couldn't. I wouldn't want to. And that's why God is who he is, and that's who I am, you know? But you guys understand, we talked about this the other day. We were talking about how consequences sometimes is good for us to be caught up in our consequences so that, you know, because if you're going to continue doing messy stuff and hurting people, you don't need to be around. And that's just the way it is. You don't need to be where society where we can live without fear of, going to the school and meeting my child and meeting my grandchild. Get them off the street. So I do like that Detroit done something with this case and it just didn't go to the wayside. It's just I just hate it have to be Naziah and then Zion and Zanaya and da da da. I mean, it just goes on, and then there was Felicia, and then Aria, and then there was Lisa, and then you know what I'm saying? And X would always say, when he started naming all the girls and stuff, you know, and I met her at the ice cream parlor, and then there was, Tina, and then there was Shalina, and you know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes you guys don't understand what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe I speak what comes in my mind, but songs are there for reasons, and and you just sit back and you go, wow, like this is life. These kids are not gonna be able to come back in life, and they're just gone, and we didn't get to see them grow up, get married, ride a bicycle, have a first date, have a baby, walk down the aisle, finish school, you know, laugh, smile. Somebody just took them out, you know. They had no business even being around them. Anyway, you guys, it is Friday. Hope everybody have a good, blessed Friday. And take care of what you don't really want to take care of because that cold is coming. We're supposed to get 12 or better inches here tonight. And you guys just be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.